You're the host now. Yes, so this was a question that I thought I would pose. And another question that I have, I think this is a general question to the panelists. I'm talking from the perspective of a student, okay, with respect to their parents. So there are a lot of times where students, realize that, okay, I have reached a certain stage. Maybe I'm in the pre-final year or final year of my course, and now I have to get serious about it. So at least now I need to start working on the skill set. So one thing about that is, yes, to a certain extent, curriculum does the job. That is by giving the basics, the curriculum does it. But is that sufficient as a fresher for the industry? No. So then the student has to put in little additional time to focus for the industry-oriented things. So at that point of time, sometimes there could be a chance where the student drops down in academics. I'm not saying by a huge percentage, maybe one or two, or maybe 3 to 5% maximum. So if the student was scoring 90% in academia, might score about 85% or more. That will be the approximate range. So at that point of time, let's say parental pressure. Okay, parents come to pressurize saying that no, you need to score marks because all that they know is from their times where it was only on mark basis or percentage basis. So at that point of time, what is the advice you would like to give to students as to how they can come out, or should they take up a little rebellious phase? It's okay to be a little rebellious with the parents at that point of time to say that no, I've decided to go to the industry, so I will take up the skill set and go. I don't mind if my parents are scolding a little for the academia. Tomorrow, when I get a placement or an offer letter, they'll be happy. Or should they try to find a cusp, or should they try to find a bridge, manage percentage as well as placements, which could be a little more stressful? So what would you suggest or your advice?
So if you just focus
So,
on academics, so things may not be working because the outside world is completely different. And just spiking up the percentage of marks within few semesters is not that possible for everybody, and students may go through stress. It's okay, but I would say the student should be ready enough to face the real world and go into the real world and see what's there. It's okay to face the world, and just being afraid to be worried about marks and other things. I think when they get into real world, they feel a lot many things, and after saying things, life is broad enough to decide a lot many things. So students should not come under an impression that I should do it now, like otherwise life is done, otherwise my life career is gone. So this is the very stressing thing, and society always feeds the minds of people like, it should be done in this age, this should be done in this place. So that's where the stress is coming, because some people awaken, some people see things later in life, not early. So it has to happen according to one's own exposure to the reality and to different things. So everybody doesn't see success at the same age. This should be made uh, sense to the people, those who understand it in the right way. Otherwise, stress is like, common factor everybody goes through. But who will tell these things to students at that time? Nobody goes to tell. And how will the faculty find out that this person is going through this kind of pressure? So how will they identify and tell the students? And even if they tell, will the students be able to take and receive it? So because they have like, I want this, nowhere, I'm not going to listen to that, because that is a hot blood, and they don't want to be slow and understand the concepts, rather than like, I want this, I want it at any cost. That's where things won't work. Even wisdom fails there.
ma'am, I would like to ask that question again. Could you repeat that question again?
Oh, you want me to repeat the question?
Yeah.
Okay, so the student, okay, in the pre-final or final year of the course has realized that, okay, only sitting with academics is not going to work. If I need to get a job or a placement or whatever, I should go beyond that. So when I try to take out time beyond that for things beyond academics, somewhere I might have to compromise on the academic percentage. Not much, maybe little bit, 2-3%, 3-4%, I might compromise. So that time parents come in, to say that no, you're compromising
Okay,
on
ma'am.
academics, we will not tolerate. So how should they balance it out, or how should they manage it?
Uh, I don't know about others, but how I manage that is uh, creating a good environment or good situation with my parents. Mainly the main important things depend on parents. They decide what I do. They decide what I don't do. But in some aspect, I have to explain them why I should be doing this and why it is important to me, and why my grade is right now is going down. But for a long term, for a long race, it would be much beneficial for me. So for me, I have explained my mother in very good way, and she also have accepted it. And yeah, that's how I think we can get permission from parents.
I would also add a point
Okay.
like we should always take a chance, always, no matter what. We're on the earth for what? Just to take risk and take the chances as ever possible. Because just being there and just doing things at the end of the day, you feel that you're not lived up to your expectation or maybe your capacity. Just living up to the norms of the society is not going to make one really healthy being on the earth. I think you should always go with your gut feeling and take your chances, no matter what. It may be not yielding immediately, but in the long run, as Deepak gave an example of somebody achieving to be an entrepreneur, everybody actually, when you actually believe in your core gut feeling, I think things will evolve later, but not immediately. So you need to, control that urge to achieve things immediately, and you should opt for, later gratification.
Good point, sir.
Yeah.
Deepak sir, you would like to add on to this?
Nothing. I think Agustin was very perfect on it. Okay, it was good.
Okay. Malarna, you would like to add on something?
Okay. So can you please repeat the question? I was facing a network issue.
No problem, ma'am. So my point is a student who's in the final or pre-final year of the course has come to a realization that now academics will not do good. I need to go beyond academics. So when they go beyond academics, what happens is they will not have enough time to focus on academics as previously, as before, how much they were able to score. So they'll go down by little, not much, by a factor of very little percent. But even that, parents don't tolerate at times. So, how should a student juggle between these, or how should they bridge the gap, or how should they work about it?
First of all, they should make sure they are clear about what they are going. Like, for example, if they want to be an entrepreneur, or they want to take up the family business, so they want to be very clear in that, and they need to start build their skills upon it. If they are building the skill, it doesn't mean they should leave the degree completely. No, it's not the case. They can do basically well, like an average. They don't need to be a topper. They can averagely complete the degree and they can get into that particular skill. That focus can be there. So when that is a balanced one, the parents will be bit okay. But when the parents are insisting to do what they want, like for example, they want him to get into the job, they don't want to come into the business like that. Like the person who is having the skills or mindset of doing something else should sit and speak with the parents, saying that this is what I want and this is the key and I'm doing this, I'm upskilling in this. So when it comes to family business, I can contribute. You give me some time and you can just let me know how I'm doing in the same pattern. So that I think will help them to grow in what agenda they want and what kind of line they want to be inside. It is not about only for business or entrepreneurship. It is about for acting and even getting into the job is the same thing.
Okay. So, thank you, panelists. I think with that, we end the question answers. We have uh, Deepak sir is
Ma'am,
not here.
Yeah.
shouldn't we have a rapid fire question? True, false?
Yes, we are having, but before that,
Oh, I
Deepak
think
sir is
Deepak has
not
left
here.
the meeting. Yeah. So you can ask rapid
Okay.
fire questions very quickly because we have very short time.
Yes, very,
Let's
very
finish it
less
off.
time.
Yeah.
Okay, so you can answer with either true or false. Okay, so please don't take much time while answering it. Right, so the first one, industry focused certifications are more valued by employers than traditional academic degrees.
False.
Yes.
According to
Still,
me, it's false.
still can't exactly say because they want both now. They want certificates as well as the degree. Because
True.
yeah, both.
Okay. Many students in India feel they lack practical exposure in their chosen fields of study.
Yes.
True.
True.
Okay. Uh, High levels of teacher absenteeism significantly affects the quality of education.
True.
True.
Right. It is always true.
Most colleges don't actively involve students in decision-making processes.
Yeah,
True.
that's true.
Students' opinions about their education system are often overlooked by college administrations.
Absolutely
True.
true.
Right. The National Education Policy NEP 2020 has completely transformed the higher education landscape in India.
I don't agree.
False.
Students from all economic backgrounds have equal access to higher education.
No.
False.
Okay. Mandatory attendance policies do not improve academic performance among college students.
Yeah,
False.
true. They don't improve. They don't improve.
Okay. Scholarship opportunities in India are not sufficient to support deserving students.
True. That is true. They're not
True.
sufficient.
Okay. Group projects are the best way to evaluate teamwork skills among students.
Yeah, I agree.
True.
True.
Okay, the majority of faculty members in the colleges have doctoral degrees, yet the academic performance or extracurricular performance or any key performance indicators are low.
True.
True. Many are not having doctorate degree, but still, even after having it, what's the point? Like, only academics won't add to the education.
Non-academic activities in colleges receive equal funding as academic programs.
No,
False.
false.
Okay, so with that, we wind up with our rapid fire round. And thank you so much, everyone, for joining in. And we had a wonderful coffee club session today. So let's hope to meet in the next one with even more interesting, thought-provoking questions. And let's see if we can seek answers. Thank you.
Yes, Pooja, it was really good one. Oh my God, really good.
Thank you, ma'am.